Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Today is our lovely Friday. Okay, my name is Dr. Firdaus. So today we're going to talk about sleep, as I promised. All right. Okay. You see, in all our previous session, we spoke about food, but so amazing is everyone who attended the session did their correction on the food area. Wow, that is awesome. You guys are really rocking. Then the following, another Friday, we spoke about movement. Oh, unbelievingly, there are a lot of people who attended already start to walk. Wow, that is so happy. At least our effort here is worthwhile. And a lot of people are start walking. For me, I always say that every single DXNers, okay, DXNers and their leader, please, obesity is not the option. Okay, never. So you got to be very healthy. You're making people healthier. You're going out talking about health. So obesity is mother of all diseases. So today we're going to talk about sleeping up. So definitely after this, and today our session also will finish early. I cannot keep you long, wait, because you got to sleep early, right? Then you guys may ask me a question, doctor. The session is too long that we cannot sleep. All right. You see, practically nowadays, sleep is something that we really, have to emphasize too much and have to tell a lot of people so many things to sleep. And people are taking things for granted. And everyone now have very, very deprived sleeping pattern. Okay? The whole society, everyone is deprived. The whole nation is deprived in sleeping. Okay? So let's go and see, how well, okay, and what are the things that you got to know. Okay? Say like 100 years back, many years back, okay, if you were to take 100 years back, okay, we all were sleeping at least 10 hours, nothing less than this. You're sleeping 10 hours, unbelievable, right? But now, in this current 21st centuries, in the 20th centuries, we are sleeping only for how many hours do you think? 5 to 6 hours deprive society into sleeping. And this is really killing us. It's a killer. Okay. What is the reason? Now you see every area we are doing a lot of damages, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And this is what we are facing. Okay. See, the thing is for a child, okay, for a child, newborn and a kid and all, for a newborn, okay, they need to sleep at least around 17 hours. 17 hours of sleep they need. Okay. Then and a toddler, okay. Toddler and a little adult, toddler is like 1 to 2 to 3 years old, okay. They need at least about 14 hours sleep. All right. School kids, okay, they need around 10 hours. And we adult need around 8 to 10 hours, if possible. Okay. Yeah, even a little more for the kids, may go up to 12 hours. But even the adults are spoiling the kids' sleep by putting in a lot of entertainment, a lot of things. They are so busy and they are not sleeping enough. If anywhere in the entertainment areas, or we go to any markets, night market and night restaurants, we can see a lot of kids hanging around. What time it is? 11 o'clock night, 12 o'clock night. Okay. And they always have this idea. If the child is going to school, yes, he goes to bed early. If the child's Friday night, Saturday is no school, and Sunday no school, they will not sleep. Okay? So you'll be given an idea that not to sleep. Sleeping is only for waking up in the morning or going to school. That is where they have to sleep. Now they're very playful, and the parents cultivate this in the family. So this is going to cause a lot of damages to the children. Okay, you see, what are the main function of a lymphatic system? Okay, you see, we have lymphatic system in our body. The main function, the first function, they keep the cell moist. Okay, the cell will get very moist. Then transport oxygen and hormone and nutrition. Okay, practically there's a lot of transportation is done in the system. Then remove metabolic cells. So this is one of the very important factor. Okay, remove metabolic waste from the cells. This is the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system. Okay, lymphatic system is all around our body. Okay, then transport antibodies to lymphocytes of the blood. This is the main filler for the immune system. Okay, immunity. Okay. So, what is in the brain? Do you think there is lymphatic system? Okay, in the brain? Okay, you see, the sleep is very much related with the brain. The sleep is very much related to the brain. Okay, sleep is so important to have a healthy brain. Now we see the statistic is so high for all kind of brain disorder disease. One of the reasons is sleep deprived society. All right. So the brain comes, does it come? The question is, does it come with the lymphatic system? No. Okay, no. Brain doesn't have a lymphatic system. Okay. It is called as glymphatic system. Okay, glymphatic system. This is what is in the brain. So what does a lymphatic system does? The same thing and even more is done by the glymphatic system. Okay, see, this is also called as meningeal lymphatic system. Okay, system. It also has another name, but normally as known as, okay, glymphatic system. So let's go in and see, okay, what does the glymphatic system does to the brain. And this is the very important ones. Okay, you see, you have heard about a lot of things. If your lack of sleep, you can happen, these can lead you to many brain disorder. Will have pressure, will have less of focus, and so many things. Okay, growth and everything. But behind all these issues, okay, This is the most important part here in the process of stealing away your sleep. Okay, stealing away your sleep. This is what is really happening. Okay, getting my tea. Okay, all my interpreters also will have your tea and coffee. You know? Okay, that's very important, you know. Okay, guys, everybody have your tea and coffee. Okay. Yes, Deva Sharma. Okay. Okay, you see here. What will this system does to the brain? Okay. First one. Okay. It constantly, okay, filtering toxin. This is very, very important. Constantly filtering toxin from the brain when you sleep. That's what happens when you sleep. Okay, it gives you a super functional brain when you sleep. So it removes all the free radicals and all kind of protein, byproduct of the protein, okay, especially amyloid, it removes from the brain. This is the most important factor here, okay? And during the wakeness, when you are awake, okay, when you're fully awake, okay, when you are awake, when your wakefulness, it remains, you know, it remains, okay, constantly it is disengaged with many activities. You see, brain is the most important coordinating organ, okay? It is like a central processing unit to give instruction to the entire human operation, the system, okay? A lot of good hormones, every signaling is happening in the brain, coordinating. Okay, this is where the entire immune system and so many things is been signaled to the system by the brain. If the brain is sluggish or foggy, what do you expect? So there are a lot of protein byproducts and everything is being produced that need to be drained out, need to be filtered out. So this is where the filtering process is happening fully, okay, when you sleep. Just imagine, okay, when you sleep. All right. Then the lymphatic system will actively boost, okay, it's very high efficiency, very high during sleeping for the drainage. This is very important. So let's see, this is the anatomy of the brain. You see the blue color, okay? The blue color is the fluid, okay? The lymphatic. You see in the human system, you can see the lymphatic is always green color. They've given the green color. So in the brain, the lymphatic system is called lymphatic system. This lymphatic system is this fluid. This fluid is called CSF, okay, cerebral spinal fluid. This is the cerebral spinal fluid, okay. Cerebral spinal fluid, CSF, okay. The blood vessel is very high here, okay, 10%, and the liquid of CSF is 10%. So this is where the body constantly will be running this in and out, in and out. All right, it goes in and it comes out. So it keeps the brain moisture. It pushes in the system. Okay, it pushes the blood into the cerebral, the fluid in, and then bring out the fluid with byproduct, the proteins, the left. And it will be circulating around the brain. Okay, and this will be the skull. Okay, the skull will be here. Okay, the skull will be around here. Okay, this fluid will be here. Okay, this is the fluid. You see, this fluid will be connecting to our lymphatic system down here. Okay, and that will go down. Let's get connected down there. Okay, so this fluid is very, very important to keep our brain moisture, the entire brain activity. Okay, and there is a hole here in between. Okay, this area is also linked with this. Okay, and here and all over. You see, and this is where all these good things only happen when you sleep. Okay, the entire signaling port is more efficient. It works, is cleaning the entire brain system when we sleep. That's what it does. Okay, okay. Then, how to boost the brain health? How to boost the brain health? How are you going to boost the brain health? Okay, you see, the lymphatic system, constantly filter, okay, due to your when you sleep and all. So how are you going to boost the system here is, the first one is taking enough water. Water is very crucial. Plain water. Okay. Whenever you're thirsty, you drink water. And then the sleep, you need to prioritize on the sleep. This is the most important. Okay. You have to put a lot of attention on the sleep, at least 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. And then another most important one is movement. You need to have movement. We already covered on this, the important part, the movement. If you're not going to move, and everything will be very sedentary, and it's not going to give you the full efficacy here. Then, good food for the brain. Good food for the brain. All right? Then you should have regular toilet, your bowel movement. Now comes to the DXN part. Okay? What is the most important and good food that you have in DXN for the brain? If you could point one item that is as a brain tonic, which one would it be? GL. But if you are having less sleep, you are having less movement, you are having very bad, eating too much of sugar, very sedentary life and all these things, do you think this GL can work? No, it is not going to work. Okay? So you got to combine the entire process and also increase the sleeping hours. You got to increase the sleeping hours. This is very, very important. Then the GL will really work. Then for the regular toilet issues, what we have? We have enzymes, Morinzi, zyme, mycovagine, and all the enzymes, and spirulina, so many things we have here, okay, to boost up your regular bowel system. Even that, you need to have movement. You need to have movement. So what we said is the best movement which born with us is walking. Okay. Okay. This is the most important that you need to understand. Okay? And this activities, okay, is a booster, okay, for the brain. It's a total booster. And this is even happens for the child in very high frequency level. Okay, the demand is even more. They even need to sleep more longer, double the hours of an adult. Okay. So you all must remember this is the most important part here. Okay, the glymphatic system, how it functions, and this is only function due to during our sleeping. Okay. Okay. You see, it helps to make how does this glymphatic process and the sleep help the brain. Okay, do in this process. Okay, by removing a lot of toxin, keeping the brain cells moisture, it also gives you another mind-blowing process. Is it produces new neurons. Okay, in the activity of hippocampus. Okay, in the activity of the hippocampus, it produces new neurons, new brain cells. Okay, so you see, it takes about easily about 20. Come again? This is a process. Process, yeah. Sorry. The process, okay, this is another extraordinary process that this glymphatic function, that the concept of removing the toxins and also naturalizing or moisturizing the brain cells. You see, the brain gets more efficient and it starts to produce a lot of new neurons, new brain cells. So in this way, you will have a good activity, and any disease which is brain disorder disease, okay, Alzheimer, Parkinson, dementia, and all these will be absent or either will be delayed. Now we see the statistic for brain disorder disease is extremely high, extremely high. Why? In order to cause all these issues, it takes about 30 to 50 years. Okay. So people are not sleeping for 30 to 50 years. They used to, okay, just go with around 5 to 6 hours. Okay. This is where they sleep. Even some even sleep very, very less. In my diversity programs, okay, I always tell people, okay, you've got to sleep at least 7 hours. They say, okay, not. I only can sleep. By the time I come back home, I got to go to bed around 1 o'clock in the morning. Then by 5 or 6, I got to be up. If not, I'll be late for work. And this is what is happening. Okay. You see, the whole process of now human are living, okay, they robbed the privilege of sleeping. Okay, they already robbed this. Before this, we used to have 8 hours we sleep, 8 hours is for the family, another 8 hours we work. Now, even these 8 hours has been come here. The working has been come like 14 to 16 hours. And like a couple of hours has been taken out from here, given somewhere else. And here become 4 to 5 hours. And this is what is happening in the real scenario. Okay. So people are knocking down. Nobody asks. Things can be taken to granted. Okay. Nobody will come and ask you. Your body will never come and complain, hey, give me the hours of sleep. I need it. No, it is not like that. So things are granted. They can always think they have 4 to 5 hours sleep is enough. And the rest of the things deteriorates. This is where for 30 to 50 years, they'll have extensive amount of damages being created where the toxin cannot be removed from the brain, from the body cells, lack of movement, too much of food, too much of toxin-based food. Movement is also very, very low. And all this are creating a very disease-prone society. This is what we are creating. Okay? Yes, DXN is there to remove toxin. RG, GL, the entire coffee range, entire tea range. Oh, they're so awesome. But if you are having a very poor sleep, and then you're depending on these products to help you, it will not work. I want to share one story with you. I will not mention name. It's a true story. Okay. One very good member, very hardworking member. Okay. He takes a lot of products from DXN. Then he drives and he goes to work. And then after work, he continues his business. And then he go to work. He only sleeps 2 hours or sometimes he don't even sleep. He had this idea that he can pop in all these products, not to sleep. Not to sleep. What happens, he was doing that for about a year. And all of a sudden he had a very severe stroke. Very severe stroke. But with God's grace, he recovered well from such a bad stroke. God's grace. The body is so good, you see. But how can you put your head in a chopping board and take such a risk? The products are good. It helps him. Okay. But it cannot replace the sleep. Never ever do this. Even the company or any of the research or any of these, therapies or whatever, nobody says, if you eat this, you don't need to sleep. There's no such thing. If you sleep, then it works much better. Much, much better. Okay? More efficiency. You can bring it to a different dimension. Why? Because the nutrition is there. You're identifying the toxin issues. The toxin issues is one of the major killer. That is two major issues. Why do people get sick? The first one, toxin. From the food, from the environment, from so many other factors. We are dealing with large amount of toxin in these centuries. The second one is malnutrition. That also can be identified by taking the superfood, which is spirulina. You see? So sleep is essential. There is nothing can replace sleep, and which is born with us. Okay? Sleep born with us. It is in our DNA. You need to give the sleep. Right? Lack of sleep also affects central nervous system. And this is where the guy was hit by very bad stroke. Okay. Immune respiratory system, the lungs issue, which can lead you to any lung disorder disease. Can go to tuberculosis, TB issues, can go to asthmatic or any other factors here. Digestive system. Now everyone is having a very poor gut and stomach system. The reason is also food and is also poor sleep or lack of sleep. Cardiovascular is one other major issues. Okay. Endocrine system. Now you see dialysis is shooting skyrocket. Then we can just add on here a lot more. But the list is like too short. Erectile dysfunction, cancer, PID for ladies issues, okay, polycystic inflammatory disease, migraine, eye problem, eye power, okay, and then many more. Okay, many. We can just go on and on. Okay, so sleep is something that is essential in our life. Okay, you see, lack of sleep also affects men who sleeps, 5 hours or less. Okay, you see, men who sleeps 5 to 6 hours regularly. Okay, that is just sleeping pattern. 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, or whatever. Okay, the testosterone level drops like crazy. Okay, that's why now we see that a lot of men are having this major issue. This is one of the major issues they are having. Fertility issues, no children, they cannot, the sperm count is so low, prostate issues, and all these things comes. Erectile dysfunction issues, because sleep deprive society. Okay, they will have a lower testosterone than 10 years their senior. When we age going up, obviously our production of hormones will be getting lower and lower. If any guy in the age of 30 years old, having a sleep for many months, say he's sleeping only for about 6 hours, his testosterone production will be in the age of like 45 to 50. Even can go up to that age. So this is where the sperm quality, the semen's, healthiness drops very bad. Okay. Even there is a science research done, okay, based on this issue. The men who have good sleep, say about 9 to 10 hours or 8 hours, has larger testicles compared to the one who sleeps 5 to 6 hours. As testicles is also an anatomy which produce seminal fluids. Okay, so it is part of the organ, and this is also a fact related with erectile dysfunction issue. The same goes to the ladies also. Okay, ladies who have a very poor sleeping pattern, they will have very high inflammatory, pelvic inflammatory disease, which is something related to their polycystic, fibroid, ovaries, and all this issue, and which also can lead them to have very poor and brittle bones. Okay, so all this is a very big issue. Their progesterone and all the other ladies-related hormones will go down. Okay, so this is another big problem. Everything crushes down. Okay, that is why nowadays you see out in the market, okay, in the hospital, the departments, fertility departments are full packed. Young couples, and they hardly, this is a biggest issue now. Okay. Then comes to emotion. Sleep is very much related to emotion, lack of sleep. The society is getting crazy nowadays. A lot of people are getting very agitated, very emotional, very aggressive. You can see that when you drive. Okay, people keep screaming and yelling and showing fingers and, haunting to people and all. That's the crazy society has been created due to deprive of sleepiness. Okay, their lack of sleep. Okay, this affects very high on emotion. Okay, then another very important part here is, okay, the body creates under the immunity effect. Okay, the body creates a killer cell. We call it, natural killer cell. This is under the immune system. Okay, these killer cells are so powerful, all right, in managing the immune system by killing all the unwanted fellows who comes in, such as a virus and other aspects, especially the cancer. Okay, our body, human body, produce cancer cells. They produce cancer cells. Okay, but the killer cells has to be efficient. There is a study done in Oxford University. Okay, they put two groups of people. One with a good sleep. One, they deprive their sleep, so they don't let them sleep. And then they found out the killer cells drop up to 70%, not 10%, 20% in a day. When you sleep 5 to 6 hours or lower, you will have very low immunity issues. Okay. In fact, we can say this sleeping is a very silent pandemic. You see, unknown, and nobody worries about this because everyone is busy and fighting against the time. Even the World Health Organization has classified, shift workers, as classified shift workers as carcinogen. Okay, probably a carcinogen. So you see, a lot of people are having this shift work. They don't sleep in the night. And some will be like very short, some will be like for a month. Many times I have patients who have their working routine is only they're working for a foreign company, especially like call centers. So they cannot sleep in the nighttime. They have to work. So the daytime they sleep. And in fact, I told them you have to get rid of this job, get some other job, because nothing works for you if you do not fix your problem. You see? So WHO has come out with this, okay, is probably a carcinogen is for the shift workers. So sleep is so essential, all right? Then you'll come to sleep and genes, okay? Carcinogen is a cancer factor, okay? That means what they're trying to say is a shift worker who don't sleep in the night and sleep in the daytime, works in the night, they have very high factor of growing cancer in their body. Okay, and this is released by World Health Organization. Sleep is human essential. Okay, then comes to sleep and genes. You see, he can modify our genome that deep. Our chromosome can be modified. You see, the highest and the most dangerous thing which is happening for a child, the first type of killer in a pediatric, in a toddlers or in a teenagers, put it, teenagers is the right word, not toddlers, teenagers. What is the first killer? The first is motor vehicle accident, MVA, motor vehicle accident, a lot of, drunk, driving. The second is commit suicide. This is the largest. Okay? This is the commit suicide. Commit suicide. Suicidal. Yeah. Okay. Suicidal. Suicidal is the major issue. Okay. Okay. I put my mic very near. So I heard that, my voice is like dropping at times. So maybe it could be the mic is not picking up. So suicidal is another major factor. Suicide in teenagers. The reason is a child is not sleeping in the toddler's age. And this is what is happening. Even I have cases, the parents are asleep, the child is still busy with their iPad, mini pad, and they're still engaged. After the father sleeps, the child just wakes up in the middle of the morning or middle of the night to be fiddling with all these gadgets, and they're not been sleeping. See, we have a lot of cases like that. And this kind of child can be very rebellious, very uncontrolled, and different characteristic. And if this child become an adult, and it is already planted in the gene, the genome, the gene has been altered due to all this kind of emotional, can change the character of a person, become very wild and very notorious, and all kind of behaviors can be implanted in their gene. And that is another newborn will equally be affected. Okay? Okay. You see, sleep is our biological necessity. There's no compromisation, there's no negotiation when it comes to this. Don't try to compromise or negotiate Okay. It is not an optional lifestyle luxury. It is not an optional. Okay. I always tell people, when you comes to lifestyle, luxury, affordability, and all these things, don't play with a couple of things. The first is the food. Don't show your luxuriness in the food. The food is a food. Purpose of a food to feed yourselves with good nutrition. Keep it humble and simple and more nutritional food. Then comes to sleep. Never try to play with this. This is the so many great legends has lost their life due to sleep. Lot. They should be living. Okay. So this is not a lifestyle luxury that you can, negotiate. Okay. So it is a life support system. It's a life support system. Okay. This is, very much. Okay. This is a life support system. It's running the entire system. It is so essential, so crucial, so important. Okay. And this is not something that you could play with. So don't negotiate, do not compromise. Okay. We have silently lost this best benefit of sleeping in this 21st century. Most challenging. This is the most challenging and devastating situation for everyone. Okay. You see, there are a lot of questions asked. How about oversleep? What happens if I sleep too much? Oversleep, you can get overdrunk. You can overdrink water. Okay. You can, hydrate, overhydration. That happens. Okay. In terms of heat and so many things, you can overeat. All this stuff's there. But oversleep is something that is very difficult to look at. If a person is sleeping too much, that is not oversleep. Okay. That is sort of like sleep hangover. Okay. Sleep hangover. Okay. Sleep hangover. The sleep hangover, it is due to disease. Hangover. Either you can call it as hypersomnia. SOMNIA. Hypersomnia. This is due to disease. Anyone is sleeping like too much, they're not enough of sleep, sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. That shows that. Oh, okay. Hypersomnia, SOMNIA. Okay. So this is due to poor health condition. Okay. Then you can go into oversleeping. Okay. So there is no such thing as oversleep. There is no rules saying that you must, 7 hours, anything more than that, you oversleep. No, it's not like that. You see, there is once, I went for a couple of times for Gunung Tahan hiking. Okay. So when we returned back from Gunung Tahan, okay, obviously the trekking journey for 5 to 6 days, we had a lot of challenges, so tired. When we come back home that day evening, I straight slept for almost one whole day. I think 16 to 20 hours. Just never wake up. Just never wake up. When I got up, even the calendar is another day. Why? The body needs such a recovery. There is no such thing as oversleep. If you know anyone is continuously sleeping and sleeping and sleeping, that means they are unhealthy. They got to check something. What is wrong? Where it comes from. Okay? And reclaim sleep. You see, people have this bad idea. They think sleep is something can be reclaimed. Okay? They can recover back. They say, today I don't sleep, tomorrow I sleep. Day after tomorrow I sleep. Today I work for 24 hours, then I sleep the next day for 16 hours. No. You see, this sleep is not like a bank. It is not a bank. Okay? You cannot do that. Okay? It is not a bank. Okay? Not where you deposit and then later you can use it. No, it doesn't work like that. Damages is done when you do not have sleep. So when you're having very poor sleep, what will happen is your brain will get fogged up. Your cells will get damaged. All the neurons will not be renewed well. So you will have damaged cells. The pressure level will be elevated. So risk factors has been alert. So many things you will get very agitated, very angry. So even your driving can go down the drain. You can come up into an accident and so many things will happen. How are you going to reverse this? Your thinking capacity, your memory, your analytical mind, everything will start to drop. Okay? A lot of research done on this, on sleep studies and all. Yes, it is very high factor. Can trigger growth of tumors, cancer tumors, a lot of things. Even lumps and bumps in the body, such as fibroid, lipoma, cyst, many more growth can happen, especially if you're not sleeping well or not sleeping enough or not having a deep sleep. Okay, that is also a factor. Okay, never think that you can recover back the sleep. Okay, or go into all these things. All right. Okay, so we come to the end of the session. My message is for everyone. When it comes to sleep, never have this negotiation or compromisation, or even saying that you can sleep today and tomorrow you can alter your sleep or recatch back your sleep. No, damages is done. Every single day, your body has to purify your cells, you have to purify the system. So the lymphatic system is extremely active. You can create a lot of conditions for yourself. Okay, you can create a lot of analytical issues, claiming that your body is this and body is that and all that thing. But remember one thing, that your body will not take a day off. Never. The body never take a day off. Okay? The body is continuously working. So we should give equal rest. Sleeping well is one of the bestest option, and it is our birthright and it's born with us. Okay, we don't have to teach anybody to sleep. But now in this 21 modern world, we got to give classes for people to sleep. There is no animal out there we teach them to sleep. You know, there is this implant in them. Okay, you got to train a dog to do a lot of things which you're not supposed a dog do. Okay, but you never teach a dog how to sleep. You never teach a pet how to sleep. They know that comes automatically. It is in there. But now, the only one creation of human, God, human, we have to teach them how to sleep. A lot of even questions will come now after this. How can I get a good sleep? Most probably there is. Okay, we'll answer all the questions. So let's jump into the Q&A sessions.
Doctor,
yes, sir.
Few questions in Q&A, Doctor. Can I read one by one, Doctor?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Doctor, first Mr. Warren asked a few questions. I will include all three. Question is, famous Sadhguru only sleep 3 hours, but very active lifestyle with very packed schedule. Some believe it is lazy to sleep long time. Second question, Doctor, if I sleep 4 hours at night, but sleep daytime 2 hours, whether it is acceptable. Third, from same Mr. Warren is that some coach in diversity advise sleep by 10:30. Can I go sleep 2 a.m. because of work online, Doctor? First,
okay.
These three questions, Doctor.
Okay. Very wonderful and very challenging questions. You know, what I would say is, okay, if you want to compare the sleep with the great man Sadhguru, you have to compare your entire life with him. His food, his way, his thought, his action, everything. And he's also fasting. Do you know how many hours Sadhguru do fasting? Have you ever done 1% of that? None. A lot of people always take what is more favorable to them with all the almighties out there. Prophet, okay, eats grapes, so I must eat grapes. Prophet married to 4, why can't we marry to 4? This kind of analogical issues. Never. I always tell them only one thing. We can't even compare the shadow of the Almighty's with us. We are not comparable at all. Not at all. Never. Take them as an example. They are in a different dimension, different frequency. They does a lot of different things in a different way. They are utilizing the full gift of God of human in terms of brain dimension, the purpose of coming to this world. So many things. We are just becoming a food junkies, workaholics, alcoholics, smokeaholics, and creating disease left and right, bottom and everything. And this one good things, never. Okay? So you can have 3 hours sleep, but there's so many other things you have to go in deeper and deeper. Okay? They can shut down their system and sit there for 20 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, no food, no water. 1 hour can you sit in one place quietly? No. So what I would say is, get the first grip of it as a human, first class. You have not passed the first step. So don't go to the PhD and, there's a professor state, no, that one. Okay. So the another thing is, so no negotiation, no compromisation. 7 to 8 hours sleep is essential. It is not luxury. Okay. And then a lot of people also have this. Can I have a nap in the afternoon? Is that considered? No. Okay. Nap is only 10 minutes. That is in a sitting position, not hugging your pillow, not hugging your, putting your fan on, your aircon, and sleeping luxuriously in that manner. Kind of nap is very, very bad for health. All right. So if you just want to take a nap, just relax, close your eyes calmly for 10 minutes. Okay. The concept of nap comes in those days after the meal. They will sit in the lazy chair. They have a lazy chair those days made of wooden and, bamboo, They will just calmly sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. They did not even sleep. Okay, they will just sit. Why? Let the food settle down. Let the food have all their body's energy will attend to the food. So they just close the system partially, not sleeping. That's one. Second, sleeping is meant for human to sleep after the sun goes down, and before the sunrise, we should be raised. So the best hours of clocking in the sleeps of 7 to 8 hours is from 8 o'clock evening up to 6 o'clock morning. Any time in between this, you should get your sleep. So there's a lot of, we think we are governing our body. Our body is actually governed by the nature. There's so many correction. The pericardium clock is very important, but this is another big topic. We're not going to go into that. So try your level best to, get fit into this. A lot of people, due to the lifestyle, has put their life into a big battle, a big game. Okay, the cryptocurrencies and a lot of activities is going all midnight because they are going with New York market, share market, all this, many things. Okay, they follow the European market. All right, so we are opposite, day and night, night and day. So what they do is they don't sleep in the right time. So they will sitting and watching the screens and get sleep in the daytime. That is not good, definitely. Okay, 3 hours sleep, in the morning, equivalent to 1 hour sleep in the night. So if you want to get 8 hours sleep in the night, in the morning, you got to times 3. Okay, almost about 30 hours you got to sleep and only have 24 hours. That is impossible, right? And a lot of people, when I used to do this, during my hospital days, so we have shift, but you have very short shift workers, But when you come back, you cannot sleep. You go to bed 8 o'clock, pop, you wake up around 12 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, you come, go to bed, you wake up around 1 o'clock, and then tends to have your meal, and then after that, you cannot sleep. Then around 4 o'clock, you'll feel little like, tired. Then if you go to sleep, and then that's it, done. The whole process has become very bad. And then after that, you cannot sleep. To recatch back the flow, you'll take another couple of days. So all this is very bad style of clogging in sleeps. Okay. The next question, sir.
Doctor, Madam Manida Devi கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Doctor, I am doing Sunya meditation daily. Sometimes sleeping is very less amount of time. Our allopathy doctor gives sleeping tablets. Can I take it, doctor?
Okay. Sleeping tablets, it's a very, very bad option and could be the last option, because sleeping, by taking the sleeping tablets and sleeping, it is you're just knocking down the brain. Okay. You're knocking down the entire brain activities and all. You just knock it down. That is not the natural sleep. What you're talking here is natural sleep. Even with that sleeping tablets, you'll not get all these benefits. No, you're not going to bed. So I have seen so many psychiatric patients. You're taking so many different types of tablets to get sleep, but still they have the zombie syndrome. Now we call them zombie syndrome. A lot of different things. Why their sleep is not the same sleep as natural. No. Sunya therapy and sleep, there's nothing to do. Don't misunderstood the whole concept. In fact, Sunya therapy is the mind reset therapy. You should be doing Sunya therapy in the daytime, not the sleeping time. Okay? But there are some people practice, they said it gives you some calmness in the mind. Then it's fine, you can do, then you'll sleep. But you cannot continue the Sunya therapy. Sunya therapy, you must continue the whole cycle for the maximum benefit. For the maximum benefit. Okay, you must complete the count. Then you also have some activities with this movement and all. If you complete that all, you can maximize the whole process. But if you're doing Sunya therapy and suddenly halfway you're going to sleep, but you may gain something in the sleep, but you're not going to gain the benefit of Sunya therapy by practicing it full. So this is one. Okay. What other things disturbs sleep? Your stomach issues. Okay, this I've told Anita Devi a couple of many times. Entire very agitations and all these things. The mind is very boggling kind of mind, very hyperactive mind. So you cannot go and expect immediately sleep. This is one issue. Okay, this answers the questions. And one more thing I wanted to tell everyone. Everyone has this bad habit, not sleeping in the bedroom. Okay, you go to the bedroom early, but then you cannot sleep. You wait until you can sleep. So this, what will happen is your body will adopt the situation that you go to the bed, don't sleep. You'll come to that dimension. Okay. So what you should do is get out of the bed, get out of the room, go to a reading room, and start to read some book, listen to some calm music, and all these things. Once you catch back the sleep, you come back and immediately sleep and start to sleep. So you should have the body should get the idea of the bed is for sleeping. Okay? The bed is for sleeping. Like myself, when I go to the bed, that's it, not done. Within minutes, within seconds, I can just take off. Okay? People say, wow, so gifted. I trained myself like that. Okay? If I cannot sleep, I don't waste my time on the bed. I'm up. Or just come down and just do some reading. And within 10, 15 minutes, I'll dozing off, then immediately I put the book, close the light and go. That is one. Second, you need to have a dark room to sleep. A lot of people are so scared of so many things. So they put their night light and all kind of light on, then they sleep. That is very bad. Thirdly, the aircon is too cold. There are some jokers can put the aircon in 16 and sleep. This is extremely bad. Even like 25 is good enough already. If you have a very good ventilation, the air circulation is good, you can sleep without an aircon. But darkness is always important to have a good sleep. Other than that, comfortable bed, comfortable pillow, a good, all this is good. Having a shower before bed also is good. It calms down the body. It cools down the body before you go to bed. And all these things can be done. Okay. Any other questions, sir?
Doctor, a few more questions, Doctor. Mr. Suresh asked, why the clumbasis system only works during sleeping time?
What is it?
Doctor, why the clumbasis system only works during sleeping time?
When? Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, you see, you're sending your car for a car wash. Do you send it while you're driving? You cannot. Okay, you cannot. You have to leave it there. You have to put the car to rest. That's one example. Now you have a lot of relatives comes to your house. The house is busy. When do you clean the house? When the relatives is there or after they left the house? Normally what we do after they left the house, and if say we have a wedding or dinner or some kind of occasion, we cannot do anything. The whole house will be in a mess. So the next day or the following day, we'll get a couple of people, cleaner's assistant. We have to clean the entire house, the bedsheet, everything you have to change. Why? When the system is under resting period, that is the best time for you to do the cleansing, toxin elimination. When the system is running, the brain is fully engaged with a lot of activities. It has to give signals to that, has to monitor this, has to. You see, there's so many times you blink your eyes, you never count. The water, the natural tears is dripping from your tear ducts and it's going. All this, who controls this? Who makes this all go smooth and good? Your reflection. Everything is in the brain. Communication. You just get into your car. You put a key in your starter, the ignition, zoom. Automatically you release the brake, put the gear, escalator, brake, oil, boom, goes on. Everything works. That who does that? The brain. So the brain is active when you are active. The brain does the rest, the beautiful part of the cleaning when you rest. That's it. Okay. That is the maximum efficacy can be done at that period of time. Next question, sir.
டாக்டர் பூவன் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. What is your advice to two questions, doctor? First is what if one gets deep sleep more than REM? Some only capital letter, doctor. REM sleep. Does one still need 8 hours? This is first question. Second question, what is your advice to DXN members who are participating in online tradings and odd hours? Their sleeping time due to time difference. These two, doctor.
Okay. Okay, I think random. Okay. Random sleep or either. Oh, rapid eye
REM,
movement.
doctor. REM
Okay.
sleep, doctor. REM.
Okay. All right. A lot of people think that they have, short hours sleep, but they're having a deep hour sleep. Okay. Deep sleep. But the deep sleep and the other sleeps are a lot of difference. But now the deep sleep is also depends on the condition. When we do a sleep studies in the hospital, there are patients who are sleeping for 7 hours, but they only have 2 hours deep sleep. Okay. So it is always good for us to have 7 to 8 hours sleep. Okay. A lot of research has been done in this sleep lately. Okay. What they're recommending, the experts, is always go for 7 to 8 hours. Unless you have very high control of your mind and your brain. Okay, mind is different, brain is different. Like all the almighty Sadgurus and all, they have been training their mind since they were a childhood. Yogis, a lot of yogis also does that. Okay, so their dimensions are totally different. Okay, they can even sleep while doing something, that kind of things. They different. So it is different. So they know how to maximize in a way. We not there. So sleeping is always the best is, after 7 to 8 hours. Then how about DXN members who are having, okay, online training and this and that? My advice is get a good sleep. That's it. Okay. But you are having opposite training. Okay. In the sleeping hours and the working hours are too different. It is not really good. Okay. But how frequently do you do this? and all these things comes, right? So it is always very important to cover the sleep. That is not much of compromisation can be done. Sometimes we do this very long, and after a period of time, we can see that we frequently getting flu and cough and fevers and all these things due to these are the issues. Okay, the immune system can go down. So try to catch back. Okay, replace the sleeps. Once in a while we can do that, but not too regularly. Okay, but damage is done, damage is done. It's not recovering the old damages. Okay, next question.
Doctor, Madam Arvind Bharati asked one question. Doctor, why nowadays people very hard to have good sleep? How to come out from this issue?
Okay. Why nowadays, the 21st century, people are so busy, a lot of things to do. They have a phone, they have one phone, they have two phones, they have also three phones. So many gadgets. And then computers, mind is so much of activities and all these things. Then some watch TV and all this stuff. They also bring their phones to their bedroom. That is another thing. When they're already on the bed, they're still thinking about what to do. So all this is disturbing their sleep. So what I would suggest is you got to train back, okay? And sometimes even for my patient, I always ask them to get a box. Put the box somewhere in the house. When you go into your bedroom, put your phone in that box and lock it. Don't bring it to your bedroom. Okay? Don't bring. That is very bad. Okay? Because sometimes you may sleep off, then suddenly the phone will ring. That goes your sleep. You are up. Then you cannot go back to bed again. That goes, you get disturbed like that. A lot of people has different rhythm. So the reason now is one main reason, the health condition. Their microbiome, the stomachs are so poor, and the mind is so active. So what I suggest is when you, before going to the bed, read 1 page or 2 pages to calm down your brain, settle down your brain, cool down the activities, then you doze off. That will able to give you a good sleep. And also the forgiveness method is so powerful. Before you sleep, before you close your eye, forgive the entire universe, whoever encountered with you, any kind of issues that you encountered for that day, forgive everyone. And also thank everybody who helped you on that day, and thank the universe.
Doctor,
Thank the
seems
yeah.
some voice is stuck. Doctor.
Yeah, maybe the mic something is on, I think. That's why. On your side, I also can hear. Just mute your side, and maybe that will be good. Okay, so forgive everything, bless everyone, and thank God for that one wonderful day. Okay, a lot of things we learn and entire every day. Thank every individual soul encountered with us. Thank you, everyone. Forgive everyone. Go to bed. That just gives you a very light hearted, very nice, very light. You feel like, wow. Then you sleep. And most of the time, you cannot have a good sleep is because your heart is so heavy. A lot of baggage is coming along with you to sleep. So that is one reason. Put it aside. Blessed, forgive, go to sleep. Okay. Next question, sir. Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. There is no, as an adult, best is 7 to 8 hours. Okay. The question is for 50, 50 to 70, how many hours need to sleep? Yeah. The answer, what I say is, there is no, we cannot say like 50 must sleep 8 hours, 70 must sleep 10 hours, then 100 must sleep like 15 hours, no such thing. As an adult, 7 to 8 hours in that period of time is good. Okay. Yeah. So, and also take care of the food and also the movement as well. Okay. The next question, Madam Ms. Cho. Okay. See, they always ask this question. The question is, my urine is bad when I get up, and also my back pain is very bad. Okay. You see, they're also asking what supplement can I take? See, DXN is not supplement. DXN is a superfood. So now you're asking me what food to eat. So you must stop doing all the bad things that you're damaging your health in terms of your inflammatory food, sugary drinks, and all the bad activities, eating too much of rice. Okay, nowadays the Myanmar people are eating too much rice. Malaysian rice, so tasty, very sweet and very soft, and make you also become like the rice, round and big. Okay, so my suggestion is cut the rice. Malaysia rice is very, very high glycemic index, very high carbohydrates. Improve your walking movement. Okay, in DXN, what you can take all the coffee, you can take all the tea, take a lot of spirulina, morinji, all the food what DXN has is good for you. So you should come out with a plan. Where is the mistakes? That is what is important. Have a good amount of sleep. Check the mattress, the posture, all this is favorable to you or good or not. Sometimes your sleeping patterns, some people sleep in the couch, some sleep in a place where not supposed to sleep. All these can cause a lot of muscle problems, nerve problems, skeletal issues, and all these things. Mattress is very important. If you can't spend much money on the mattress and all, flat surface ground will be the best. You can also sleep on the ground. Just put a mat, sleep. I sleep like that. I don't use mattress. I just put a flat mat and then I sleep. I find that is so much better. Okay. Yeah. Next question. Is is she still working night shift? No. Okay. All right. The question is, she's sleeping. Yeah. This person's question is working night shift for 2 years, and now she cannot go back to the old rhythm. She only can get back to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. My suggestion is work on the food, increase the movement, so then you can make the body retire earlier. So increase your movement. Do a brisk walk in the evening, so that will make you to go to sleep. Then slowly from there, you pick it up and then try to go to bed early. You see, so the process is so, make your room is darker, no light and all these things. Slowly you go into this. Either there is not sufficient amount enough of movement, okay, then the food side also, you need to be very careful. The food is very, very important. Okay, work on this. Okay, yeah. Next question. Okay, okay, all right. Mr. Sam, there's all the questions been answered, right? Oh, it's not here? Okay, please. Mm-hmm. Okay. The answer is asking whether it's like a bank that he can, have an deposition or deposit the slip in a later part. As I said, okay, slip is not like a bank. You cannot alter the slip, cover here, cover there, and all. That is not really good. Okay. Whenever you feel sleepy, sleep. That's very important. Okay. So the sleep is something that you have to bring back into as a habit. Okay. You see, I know a lot of people who sleeps at 9 o'clock night. Whatever it is, they sleep at night. But even there is days they have function. 9 o'clock, you can see the eyes goes red. By 9:30, 10, they have to go to bed. That's it. They will go to bed. I have a lot of people like that, actually, I know. And morning, they wake up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Okay. But some people, they always think that they sleep 3 or 5 hours, so they can sleep another 1 hour later. Okay. They can cover up. We used to do all this, during our school days, college days, university days. We used to do this. Okay. So this is not really good. Okay. So whenever you are sleepy, go to bed, sleep. Okay. So make a habit of getting a good sleep. At least now for this point of time, 11 will be good. Go to bed 11. Okay. Or maybe 12 or so is okay. If you can wake up around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, that is fine. Okay. So at least you cover up the entire process there. Okay. Okay. So we have covered all the sessions, I guess. Okay. All the questions. All right.
Doctor, sorry, Doctor. In between, I lost the connection, Doctor. Now I log in. I made me co-host, Doctor.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. No problem.
Most of the
Okay.
questions you
Ms.
answered,
Cho,
Doctor.
No, no. Okay. The question is, she only sleeps 4 hours in the night. Can she sleep another 3 hours in the daytime? You see, daytime sleeping is very bad, actually. Okay. But nap is allowed, that is a very short period of time, not 3 hours. 3 hours is, it is totally, it is not a, good this one. So it's best not to do that. She has to improve how to get the night sleep better. So there's three things you always must look at. One is the food, second is the movement, third is the sleep. So this is our three pillar. Okay, for the DXNs, I always tell for all the DXNs. Okay, obesity is mother of all disease. So if you are obese, please, my humble request, work on it. Okay, work on it. You definitely look into these three aspects: food, movement, sleep. Food, movement, sleep. Bring down your weight. So you are in the health industry, you are teaching people how to lead a healthy life, and you cannot portray an unhealthiness in you that is not good. Okay, this is what my message. And the last message for everybody: sleep is something the best you could do. So it's not expensive. It's just born with us. So start to learn back to catch up your sleep and sleep well. Okay. Thank you so much for today's session. I also like to take this opportunity to thank my co-host and also the translator here, who is Madam Parimalam for Tamil session, Ms. Cho for Burmese session, and also Mr. Sam for Alzheimer. Yeah, Alzheimer also is one of the brain disorders. Okay, so they develop it due to so many other damages while, this one. So by catching back this, by increasing the walking, fixing the food, even Alzheimer, we have reversed a couple of Alzheimer's. Okay, they can do that. Okay, provided they must ready to change their life and put in all the effort of rebuilding back their body in their health. This is very important. Okay, food is the main key here. The main key. Okay. All right. So we have done today's part. So I guess you all already understand the 3 pillars. What is the food and what you should do on. We no more taking questions already because it's getting very late. Okay, questions are keep coming and coming. It will never stop. So maybe y'all can, as we said earlier, okay, always put in the questions much earlier when you start itself. Definitely, you will have a lot of ideas or questions before you start the sessions. Okay, so my humble request for everyone, and also so sorry if we left out anything. So if there is any mistakes, forgive us. On behalf of my co-hosts, Madam Cho, Madam Parimalam, and also Mr. Sam. So I'd like to thank everyone and all the participants who are taking part today. And thanks for the support. And we'll see you next week. Next week, I'm going to talk about fat. Okay, the power of fat, the oil that you're using, and all these things. These are common mistakes. How DXN can help you to maximize your health by eliminating these fats. Okay, and what you can use our VCOs and all that. We're going to share on that. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, doctor. Thanks we had a very nice session on sleep, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.